Yeah, let's do
it.
this.
All right. So welcome to the first ever video edition of the Stuff We Love, the Stuff We Hate podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dr. Law, and today we have
the Archangel David.
and Big Mo B.
Big Mo B.
All right. And our unofficial fourth podcast member.
Hey, what's up? It's Damien, aka Unidentified Madman.
That's right, the Madman. So as you know, we normally do this as an audio podcast, but given COVID, we are going to take this thing video. Perhaps we should have been doing video for a while, but we're going to go ahead and talk for about 40 minutes or so. It's just good to be on the podcast again with these brothers, since we have not physically seen each other in so long. But we hope you're staying. That's right, mask up. Hope you're staying safe out there and social distancing. You got your Lysol, your mask, like Big Mo be there, and we're doing our thing. Oh,
there you go, looking like a damn ninja.
Magical protection and everything. Keep the sex demons out.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing. We throwing the helmets
on. That is hilarious.
Come on
First
now.
Help keep the sex demons out.
Right.
All right now.
Right. Get the sex demons out. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So let's get into it, man.
All right.
So to rant about.
Yeah, plenty of things to rant about. Who wants to go first?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do something I like first. How about I switch it up?
Okay, so we're doing lights first.
Ooh. Yeah. You know, I'm always.
I guess COVID has changed everything. Okay.
Wow.
Flipping the script on us. All right, let's go.
No, man. Hey,
this man?
Yo, it's some good stuff going down,
go
man.
Ahead,
we got video game consoles coming out now, you know. We finally got to see the PlayStation stuff kick off. We had the Xbox come out and show out some games, man. Stuff looking fire. So it's a lot to look forward to in November of this year. But the Avengers showed off a nice little podcast trying to show us what we're going to be getting into with the game in September, man. And it's looking fire. Like, I'm super happy with everything I've seen. I'm not even mad I pre-ordered that game. It looks amazing. Like, amazing. And they added Hawkeye. Granted, I'm waiting to see some more prominent characters at the roster myself, but I can't wait to get the game. Hey, did you guys watch it?
Not really. I'm kind of just looking at the character design. It kind of really wasn't, my thing, if you will. So I'm gonna have a hard pass on that game, bro.
I don't know, man. You know that the models, they have multiple models of each character in the game, so you can change how you look with each version of the character.
No,
I am not negative. I am not gonna do it. I go based on what the Funkos look like, and the Funkos are trash. So I am not doing that.
The Marvel Legends aren't better.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. I don't want to take your joy, but
no. I mean, for each his own, right? We vote with our dollar up in here. So if it ain't for you, hey, it's for me. They got my money already. That and Cyberpunk, boy. Oh, I can't wait for that Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, I paid for Cyberpunk over a year ago. So
if there's a video game, right? Because my wife is the one that is the gamer. So if I'm even remotely interested and it's something she can remotely be interested in, all I got to do is like, man, you should see that new Avengers game, and then she'll go and buy
it. Sneaky.
Look at the War Table deep dive, bro. Check it out. The game look hot. You need to look at the YouTube,
if the game
bro.
looks hot, I'm gonna just go, hey, you should check out this YouTube video. You see this trailer, and she's like, ooh. Wait.
Oh, forget trailer. They showing straight gameplay, my dude. So we have seen like 40 minutes of gameplay on the game, man. It's nice. And the beta coming out next month. So
it still ain't drawing me though. I'm with Law on this one. I can't. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I can't.
You got to tell me what you're. Okay. All right, so
We're all
based
we're
on
at a
any
3-1
other
split now.
Avengers game that you played, what comes close to what you've seen?
It's an Avengers game. I don't really give a crap about them. I mean, they got nice movies.
You hate now.
Remember, I'm from the era where the Avengers were C-rate people. I mean, Iron Man, really?
This is true. Contrary to popular view, Iron Man was not always an A-list character from Marvel.
He wasn't always an A-list character. No, Marvel made their money off of Spider-Man.
And the Hulk.
But the Hulk is in the game, so he gets smashed on.
But you know what? It's not a Hulk game. Now, is it? It's an Avenger game.
Yeah, it's an Avenger. He's in it. So you can play as the Hulk.
So I can play as the Hulk. And I could probably play as Thor. Yeah. I'm not playing with nobody else. That's it. I'm done. I'm really done.
Thor looked fire in the game, though, for real. While we joking, Thor looked nasty.
He looks nasty, all right. Ugh. Okay, all right. Go ahead. Somebody else's joy. I'm sorry, since we crapped, it looks like we crapped all over your joy, man.
Oh, no,
go
that's
ahead.
fine. I still got She-Ra coming out, so I'm good.
Here's my joy.
Okay.
It started yesterday.
Yes.
It's called Transformers.
Yes. I was waiting on it.
Haven't started yet.
What did he say?
Transformers.
Oh yeah. Wolf of Cybertron. Yeah, boy. Yes.
I'm only halfway through, and I am very happy. I'm happy. We might not have thug level Optimus yet, but
no. There were several times in that piece where I was like, Optimus, you big dummy. Like man up, dude.
But they're starving for energy. We see a war-torn Autobots, a war-torn planet. We see Decepticons ruling the planet. We see this. This kind of takes off from some of the comics as well. I am happy.
Good. You see, we've been waiting for years on this. Years. We've been asking for them to get rid of the human element and just show us the Transformers do their thing on Cybertron. And we got it in the game. And now we finally got it in the show.
That's the
they
thing.
Got dead bodies on spikes, bro.
I know. Yeah. And then you saw that, like when Mirage saw him and he like flipped out. Mirage totally flipped out about that.
Right, he about to start crying and losing it, and I feel him. We don't have to watch the war from the side of the view of the humans. We in the corner with the humans hiding. We seeing them fight. We seeing people die. Whole chunks of bodies being blown away.
No.
And your boy Ultra Magnus just does not have a great existence. Every time they show him, he leaves in the worst kind of way.
Well, look, there's a reason why the Matrix rejected him. There's a reason why. The Matrix don't like losers. Okay.
So I'm gonna say, that's my number one like.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
I co-sign.
Yes. Thumbs up on that.
And the thing that really got me was how in the very beginning, like in the first scene, it opens up just the way Gen 1 does, where you have Bumblebee and you've got Wheeljack scrounging for Energon on that bridge. Like, that was hot. Like, that was the way we were all introduced to Transformers.
Yep, that's for love of old school fans. Watch the 80s stuff, man. Nostalgia.
This whole thing is nostalgia. And the bad guy off top. Hey man, I'm just geeked up about the Transformers, man. They turned me into an 11-year-old screaming like a little girl last night. I was having a great time. My daughter was standing there like, Daddy, calm down. It's just robots. I said, you don't
What did you say? Robots? It's not just robots.
This ain't the GoBots, baby. These are Autobots.
She said GoBots?
They are amazing. We don't have little Pokemon monsters and balls. They turn into whole vehicles. They fly and kill things. This is great. But, it is what it is.
Awesome.
Yo, did you see the toys though? The
That's
toys
where I was
look
about to
amazing,
go.
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the toys are out and available now. Target
Oh, yeah.
is restocking their shelves. Like, this is going to be a very interesting year, I think, for all retailers. COVID kind of threw everything in the toy community completely off, with being able to ship things and get things to people, things that were supposed to drop for conventions as exclusives. And even stores are having a hard time. But all of that being said, even right now, while we're recording this podcast, Hasbro is doing their Transformer Friday thing, dropping even more stuff. Yeah, so
man.
every Friday or Tuesday, depending on what they're presenting, Hasbro's just been dropping podcast after podcast, video podcast, like once or twice a week sometimes, just pumping you with new stuff because think about it, from March till now, stuff really hasn't been able to move, right? It's finally started moving in the past month. So you are several waves of toys behind. And with this dropping on Netflix, like now you're seeing full lines of Transformers just in the store, left and right.
Okay, so if we go on the website, where can we find it at?
You're gonna find that one at HasbroPulse.com.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen just really fast.
Yeah, man. I can only say Walmart has had it lucky because them dudes have been making money since the thing started. Those Transformer stores were flying off the shelf, man. I was lucky to see Shockwave. He a $50 figure, but that thing so smooth, bruh. Oh my God!
Oh, you don't
You
even
look
want
at
to talk about
Shockwave
the
toy, and you just know he will kick
import?
Megatron's behind.
Those
all day.
the import versions of all of these things.
Okay, unfortunately, I can't show my
absolutely
screen.
Fantastic. I mean, they're just fantastic left and right. There's a company that they did a Furai model thrift last year, where that thing is in black and purple, and it's got lights and everything else in it. And that figure is just like hands down one of my favorite things to see.
Well, you know, I'm still waiting on my remake RC hashtag #Nicey to come out. I got to have it, bro. I got to have it.
Speaking of, just to dovetail or piggyback off of what you said with Hasbro Pulse, I was able to cop my Top Gun Transformer mashup. Where
look at you.
I did. I went ahead and pre-ordered it, and it comes with Maverick. When he transforms from the F-14, it actually comes with Maverick in his helmet with the red, white, and blue Maverick across the top of it, and it comes with a volleyball and the motorcycle. Little baby motorcycle. Nice. I'm like, it's all nostalgia. I mean, they got my money, whatever.
Well, hey,
those little details matter.
Yep. Here's the real nostalgia bug. All of G.I. Joe has now dropped for Hasbro. This week is the official release date for the second wave. About a month and a half ago, Hasbro relaunched G.I. Joe. And so the first wave, you got people like Snake Eyes. You got my man Destro right here running around with the briefcase. Yes, the briefcase opens and what have you. Scarlet, Duke, my man Roadblock. I had to grab Roadblock. I actually went and had a special Gatling gun ordered for him because I didn't like the gun that came with it. So that's being sent off.
Are they still doing the new body styles where the torso is still connected by plastic, is no longer connected with rubber?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they modernized the figure, man. It ain't
absolutely.
No more.
But now their second wave is dropping. So you've got an exclusive Baroness on a motorcycle that looks fantastic. A couple of different versions of Cobra Commander are dropping. Starting in September, there's the convention exclusives that will drop with Cobra Commander in special suit. They've got what we are calling Disco Pimp Destro with a leopard print and everything where they went to Vegas. I don't like that. That for me. All right, look, this is what I'm gonna tell you, G, right now. Like boy, look. I'm like, who was sitting in there going, yeah, let's make Disco Pimp Destro with the leopard print and purple and gold chains. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
But you're gonna buy it.
Somebody's gonna buy
I'm
it.
not buying it. Oh no. I will not be, they will not be getting my money for that. But
oh no, the only thing getting my dough is Bareness, you know, because I gotta have her for the white fruit collection. You know, that go way back. But yo, man, touch on that Mando though. Mando coming out with that new She-Ra, boy. They bringing real She-Ra back and getting rid of that bullshit She-Ra from Netflix.
So Mondo actually has a certain license for He-Man, where they did He-Man, they did the Fakor, they did a Skeletor, and they did a glow-in-the-dark Skeletor. All of those are 12 inches tall, and Mondo is famous for their art and posters and what have you. And Mondo killed it when they brought back the OG She-Ra.
Yes, they did.
That's super, super detailed. That's going to run you about 100. That's going to run you about 100.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it's like 125, something like that.
Yeah,
but don't forget that Man at Arms, dude. Man at Arms like 175, and this shit looks so clean, bro. It's
get
so
that
clean.
For 175 right now. You would have to buy that off a person willing to sell.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
The reseller game is grimy.
Yo, look, I tell people all the time, certain things, if you don't buy it up front at that time, that's the cheapest you're going to get it, unless you get somebody going through a divorce.
Yeah. Or going through some kind of like financial crisis,
trying to get rid of their collection while they're smoking crack, right? Because other than that,
pretty much,
you're not getting it.
Nope, you can go on eBay or StockX or Mercari, and you're gonna be in trouble, bro. Like really,
no. Trust me. When they say they only put 1,000 out, they only put 1,000 out, and them things sell out in the first 2 days.
Sometimes within the first 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I have an old Entertainment Earth San Diego Comic-Con box set that's sitting over here in the corner that I promise you it's been sitting here for years. I haven't touched it. You know, I opened a bunch of Transformers stuff, but I'm trying to decide whether I'm keeping stuff or getting rid of stuff. And I went to open it, and something said, "Don't open that." And I looked on my Mercari page. Somebody sold it there for $300. Yes,
what was it?
This. It's just an old San Diego Comic-Con Entertainment Earth exclusive. What is it? The 442 Siege Battalion Clone Troopers.
Oh, okay, got you. It's a 3-pack. Yeah.
It's a 4-pack. And I'm like, wait, y'all want $300 for this? You can have it for $300. Absolutely, that is going to fund my Sentinel.
There you go.
So, what you don't know is I sent this to them. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Hasbro does they do a crowdfunded, kind of like Kickstarter product every year. The first year it was Jabba's Barge from Star Wars, and that thing is several feet long. It holds all of your action figures and what have you. And they crowdfund it. That's how they, pay for it. Like if they get enough people to actually agree to pay on it, boom, they throw it into production. I think last year was Cookie Monster. That didn't make it. So this year,
did the Unicron make it?
Unicron made it, but Unicron had several pushes. Right, they extended it. Hasbro didn't anticipate what was about to happen. They are building a 26-inch tall Sentinel. The tentacles on that thing are a foot long. Right?
Yeah, it's huge.
So they said, "Here, we're gonna make it this big. It's gonna light up. It's gonna do everything that you want it to do. What have you? You guys just have to fund it. And for every tier, it's just like Kickstarter. For every tier, they'll add stuff." They blew through the first tier that evening. That evening, completely funded through the first tier. The next morning, they were like, "Oh, we got to do our first upgrade," right? And they upgraded to, I think it was a figure or whatever. Then the next tier, they blew through that. Like, they have blown through all the tiers in less than a month. It's completely funded. All the tiers are funded. They're trying to figure out, man, can we add extra stuff at this point? Because it's literally, I measured out on the show. So looking at it at this point, it's going to be about this tall. Literally, I'm just going to buy a stroller and a car seat and roll around with this. Went around like I'm gonna put that mug in my seat when I'm in the HOV lane. I'm gonna be in the HOV lane. I'm like, I gotta get my kids to daycare.
And I'll put it in during post, so everybody can see it. Cool.
Yeah, that thing is then. So it's in production. It's completely funded. The Kickstarter is not over at Hasbro Pulse. Isn't over yet. It still has until August 20 something. And so that's definitely falling under my thing that I like, or more like the thing that I love.
If nothing else, man, geek money has not dried up during the crisis.
No, it hasn't. It really hasn't. And let's hold on to that thought, because I'm going to talk about something in a little while. So I'll go ahead and I will do my two likes, and then we'll snake back around. So my big like has been the Clone Wars. That the last season of the Clone Wars, it was totally everything that we thought it would be and more. You know, just in terms of seeing how Ahsoka actually survived, seeing how Rex actually survived as well and didn't necessarily turn. Sorry if there's spoilers in here, but the big thing, and this leads to like a double, I guess, like for me, is that we got introduced to the Bad Batch, and that was freaking awesome. And they're getting a show. That was gonna be my second like. Yep, they are getting their own show, and they're clones that have been kind of enhanced in certain areas. So you have one that's strong like the Hulk. You've got a hacker, you've got a tracker, and you've got a sharpshooter. And they're the people who they just drop into places when they need dirty work done. And it was awesome.
Yeah, see, I love Star Wars, but you know, I'm on my Kathleen Kennedy, so I still have to watch. Because
she has nothing to do with it, Dwight.
Oh,
she
has
nothing to do with it. No,
I
seriously,
just don't want Disney to get none of my money right.
Dude, did you pay for Disney Plus?
Nope. I turned that thing off a while back.
Okay.
After I finished watching my Mando.
Dude, you're missing out. You're totally missing out.
I'll turn it back on when She-Hulk come out just to see if that woman does a decent job.
Oh my gosh. You're hilarious. What's on your mind, Big Moby?
Hey, D. So what's wrong with the last Clone Wars?
Nothing's wrong with it.
I was about to say.
Nothing's wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
We all held our breath. I thought you were going to say,
just not.
What's wrong with Star Wars?
Star Wars, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with Star Wars.
No.
That is not what we asked.
No, that's not what we asked.
That was not the question.
That was not the question.
Are we snaking back around to the hate?
Yeah, we can snake around back to the hate, but geez.
Darkness.
Right, no one asked you that question. That was not what was asked.
Look, I love Clone Wars. At some point, I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish that last season, and I'm going to do it. You know, it's at the back of my list right now.
I did at the beginning of COVID, because I was still working, right? And then, like that first week, I actually started Clone Wars from the very beginning and started all the way over and watched it all.
Wow.
During that first month of Corona. And definitely, and here's what happened. You see, like literally, I'm looking at a bin full of clones, bad guys from Star Wars. That's why you kept seeing little people pop up at the bottom of my screen. The bin is right here beside me, right? It actually got me back into Star Wars.
Did you pre-order Ahsoka?
I have an Ahsoka that I just opened, and then they dropped the whole new ones. I'm like,
yep, the Black Series Ahsoka.
no good, low down, so and so. I'ma still get it. Yeah. Plus, they did the Rebels, right? They finally have a complete version of Rebels, even though I have most of them already. Some of them still in box. So it's like, y'all killing me. But that being said, I probably feel like in regards to the current Star Wars stuff that was put out the past few years.
All right, guys.
So I'm rolling back in with, I love Clone Wars made me love Star Wars again. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Much better storytelling, much better character development.
But see, Mando helped do that for me.
Yep.
You know, it was such a good show that I actually bought the Disney Plus just to watch it. So they got a little bit of money, and I tipped out after it was done.
Watch the Mando, and the thing about it is that they did like the making of the Mando, and they have those episodes. And you know, your girl is on there, you know, discussing some of the stuff with him. But I just gotta say it, and if I get hate, so what? They need to let Filoni run Star Wars, because there's one thing that he says that where he totally shows how he totally understands that universe. I mean, in a way that like she never will or can't or doesn't.
No, she have no idea what she's doing, and yes, she needs to run.
Well, I don't think they're letting her run anything anymore.
And he understands real Star Wars. We want it back. Real Star Wars.
Ooh.
Not this Disney Princess Star Wars trash. Real Star Wars.
Zoom gave us more time, guys.
It sure did.
All right.
Go ahead and do your hate,
now?
Dwight. Yes, go ahead. Here we go.
All right, yo. One last light. Watch God in High School. If you're not watching it, that's some good anime. Bruh. Destiny not having their update in September, man. You know, I've been a Destiny crackhead for a long time.
We have been Destiny people.
They were kind of late last year, but not to this extent. You know what I'm talking about? These dudes have literally, they're going to skip September and October and put it out at the end of November. We talking about people that paid like $60 for this update, and they finna miss like 2.5 months of the update.
Do you think that this is all about them launching on a PS5?
No, I think the problem is losing Activision as a support. You know, because Activision didn't just provide money; they provided 2 other studios to help them produce and get stuff on the PC and the consoles, and they did some of the content. For the updates. So now they just don't have enough people, man, to get the job done or the money backing to get the job done. Hence why Everett is selling most of the good ish. And it's not literally in the game. Because they need that dough. I think this is biting them, to lose a big studio. But it's also biting fans in the long run. What they show looks good. It's just that what happens to the rest of that money that people paid for if they bought the season? The season is for a year.
Right. Well,
are they going to refund them for those money?
Hey, that money's gone, bro.
Bro, it's gone. It's gone.
Man, that money with the DoorDash, cocaine, hookers.
Hey, look, you got to motivate the workers, right? You got to motivate the workers.
Okay.
But yeah, that right there, that pissed me off big time.
Would you be mad if they gave you Gallagher back as a treat for waiting?
Also, I hate what they did with Last of Us 2. But Ghost of Tsushima put a good taste in my mouth. So, Last of Us 2, I've already forgotten about it.
I've been watching friends play that game. That game actually is visually just stunning.
Oh, yeah. Ghost is no joke, man.
That game is visually
I need to
stunning.
go play that.
It's probably the most beautiful game they ever put out on that console generation.
Well, since we're still since we're on our hate side of the schedule, we're talking about video games. I'm gonna bring up my particular hate. right now is it's going to be the PS5's archaic way of dropping this system. Every system that's been dropped, every system dropped in history ends the life cycle of the last system. Here we are watching Xbox deciding to not only maintain the last system and give current games that are still able to be dropped on all three platforms, PC, the current system, and the next system. They're not forcing people to stop and have to buy anything just yet. PlayStation 5, PlayStation, on the other hand, is still using the same old tactics. The new system, you want to play that new game, you're going to have to come and buy this new system. Everything ends right now until the next 6 months. You can still get something brand new that is a third-party title or a exclusive, but all our stuff is coming at the forefront. We're firing on all cylinders. If you want this new game, you're gonna have to get this new game system.
This is true, but it also depends on how the game is made. Because if the game is made fundamental from the ground up to use features that are only in the new console, prevalent in the new console,
you know what?
Like
you can make that argument 10 years ago. As of right now, the Xbox can play every game that's come out. From
there's nothing.
No, I can promise you right now that if a game has ray tracing in it, the Xbox can't play it right now. Not with that feature in there. It's not powerful enough to pull that off.
Wait a minute, which Xbox? Which one are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the Xbox One. The Xbox One ain't a ray trace based system.
The games aren't made yet.
Yes, they are.
Even the games that are coming right now,
they are.
They're not for the platform. That's the problem.
But that's what I'm saying. You looking at the first party games on PS5, those games are built with the features of the new system built in there. Now, they do have games that you can buy on the PS4 and get it for free on the PS5.
We can only go by what they have said. We haven't had hands on yet. Even if it may have a little bit of ray tracing, unless you have a high-powered system at your home already, and these games that are already existing, you're still not going to get that. And what you do get, you can use right now. So what's the feature that I need other than ray tracing that's coming out on these new systems that's going to make me run to get it? You know
the biggest thing that's game-changing about the PS5 is their new SSD and the no-load times with these large-scale environments. Even that SSD without the SSD that we can buy on PC right now.
Wait, question. Haven't you played Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
Have you noticed the load times?
Ghost of Tsushima, the way it's built, trust me, it don't have that depth of field you think it does. A lot of that is tricks. But we're talking about just straight up geometry on the screen.
Right now is giving the illusion that it doesn't have load times. That's my
It's
point.
An illusion.
It's still an
but
illusion.
We're talking about it really being there.
Let me finish my statement. Because I used the word illusion for a reason. Just because you can't perceive it doesn't mean it isn't there. I can't perceive the load times. I know that they're there. So right now in the game created on this system, it's still not giving me nothing else that's making me want to jump other than the new titles that are coming out on PS5.
I see. All right, now let's look at. We talk about power. Let's go back to the tech demo. That tech demo cannot run on any current console. That tech demo that they ran would destroy a high-end PC. It will force you to go buy a 28.
That tech demo was 80% to 100% CGI. I'm sorry.
That wasn't CGI.
Not until I got it in my house and I'm playing it.
I'm telling you, that was a real-time demonstration on the hardware.
Hold on. So D, you telling me for the last 10 years they've been giving us real-time demonstrations, but once I get it to the house, it's something different.
When they make a full-fledged game, we know that compromises happen. When they do the tech demo's whole purpose is to show you the potential.
Can you answer the question? That's a yes or
the
no.
tech demo is to show you potential of what the system can do with a small chunk. So you can go all out on the tech demo. Don't trust me, man. Look, you bringing out the artist in me now, the 3D animator,
Don't qualify.
the game designer.
Don't qualify. I just asked the question.
Let me tell you how it really works. Because when you produce a full game, you're going to have to make compromises. But when you're doing a demonstration, you push everything to its limits because you want to show exactly what it's capable of producing.
How much power?
But most studios will never produce anything at that level because of the extreme cost it would take to make the entire game look and function like that. So the tech demo is a small chunk on purpose.
You're telling me they're showing fluff, but once
I'm telling you, they're showing what it can do. I'm telling you, they're showing what it can do. But we know full well that only first party typically pushes the system as hard as it can go. They are the ones who will take that chance because it's them trying to push their hardware out the door. Third parties, we know, take shortcuts. And a lot of times when a system launches, you don't see the real on what it can do until everybody has mastered it years later.
Right.
Ghost of Tsushima would not have come out if PS4's first 2 years.
Wait a minute. So
first
what
3
you're saying is, by using that logic, you're saying that the end of system games aren't as good as the first party games that come out when they first drop the
What
system?
I'm saying is the end of the life cycle games are always going to be better as far as what they can produce because people have learned how to use it the right way, and also because they've made their money and they can push chances and get more out there. First party games are always going to push hard because they want to sell their system.
So David, you're making my argument for me. You're letting me know not to get this thing.
No, I ain't telling you. No, I didn't say buy it the day it come out. I will never tell anybody that. Only the most hardcore is going to do that. One, it'll be cheaper if you wait. And two, the third-party companies will have learned to program and make games better for the system over time. So, yeah, if you wait, you're always going to do better.
So are we going to call Final Fantasy a third-rate company?
No, it's not a first party, but look at how long it took for that game to come out. That game would not have dropped looking like that if it came out the first 2 years of the PS4's life cycle.
Wait a minute, because they had 2 previous games that came out years ago that were they looked pretty good.
Final Fantasy 15, they worked for how many years on that game? How many years? It was almost 10 years producing that game.
How many years did
they
Xbox survive? How many years did X1 stay around?
They stopped that thing, and then they turned around and redid it all over again because they scrapped their first idea. It was originally going to be Final Fantasy 13 when it was going to come out, and then they kicked it back and redid it and touched it up for another generation.
They took
years to make that.
And it was a beautiful game, and it was sorry.
All right, fellas. Let's move on to the next topic. Damian, Madman, what is your hate?
Oh, my hate this week? Straight up, FedEx. So FedEx and Target's distribution system, right? It's a combination of both, right? Mm-hmm. So there are definite things like the G.I. Joe release that was supposed to drop the other week, and they just totally flubbed it. Fans could not find the things in stores. Target actually had to do a release online saying, hey, we didn't anticipate it was going to be this big. We're going to have them back in the store by the 31st. And that has sent people scrambling all throughout the United States, and it's just not happening.
Oh, bro.
They just don't have the product on the shelves. But the other part of that is, I know some of that is distribution and what have you, which leads me into FedEx. There's a major toy company that I order from all the time, which is Mezco. And you've seen this brand new Blade Mezco that they dropped, about a month or so ago. Well, people are not getting their packages via FedEx. This week, there are some San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from Mezco that should have been here Saturday. Ain't got here. They reached the destination 7 miles away from my house. That they said they scanned in, and they're out on truck for delivery, and they've been out on the truck for delivery for a week now, and they can't seem to get it to the FedEx Hold location. I'm not the only person that's experiencing this. There are other people that have made YouTube videos. People have complained to Mezco, the company. I'm finding out that this is like, and I get a lot of it is being blamed on COVID, but there's a process and procedure gap. What people don't know is early on, I ordered a pair of shoes back in the beginning of April or the end of May because I needed new running shoes. I ordered them on a Sunday night at 9 o'clock. And somehow FedEx's system said my shoes got here that next morning by like 12 o'clock. And I'm like, no shoes here. I spent 2 weeks tracing down the shoes. FedEx lost them completely to the point where, same depot, lost them completely to the point where after the whole 10-day delivery date and another 10 days to trace everything down and finish the claim, they refunded me my money completely. A month later, randomly FedEx shows up at my door with a busted package, but the Nikes were unscathed, but the package was ripped to hell and back. So not only did they my money got refunded, they didn't deliver the package for a month out of the same facility. I'm like, how as a company do you function with this happening to you on a regular basis? It's not a one-off thing. People are literally online complaining, going, I ordered this product as an exclusive. It should be here. FedEx says it's here. It ain't here. And that's going on all over the place.
Yo, but all I got to say, that shit better not happen with my road stack.
Bruh. This way, the facility near
I will go burn the FedEx down if my road statue come messed up.
They have a 1.8 review rating out of 5 stars out of 500 reviews.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
And it's not COVID. Oh, there's a bunch of this that happened pre-COVID because I'm looking and I'm like, wow, this is a thing. And I'm like,
it's because they don't really have competition. That's the problem.
Well, they got UPS.
UPS ain't no competition for FedEx.
Actually, UPS is bigger than FedEx.
It actually is, bro. It's totally bigger.
Here's the deal. If it was an option from the company to use UPS, I would, right?
I would.
I think something's going to change with the company soon because Mezco is getting complaints left and right of people not getting their products at this point.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, they're going to mess around and somebody else is going to do the same thing Amazon did and come up with their own system.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they all need. They need a nice third party to come in and just put a wedge in there.
Well,
fear will make you get better at this.
Yeah,
you know, if you fear somebody taking your money, you'll start to do better. You'll get better people working under you. You'll manage the stuff better. Right, and right now they're big for their britches, man.
There's a disconnect.
There's just for your information, I just got word that there is a pre-order up for Shipwreck and Zartan Funko Pops. And there's a Zartan.
Oh, Zartan.
No, sir. Y'all are not getting me to buy pops.
I'm not pushing it on you. I'm just letting you know.
Prince, I ain't breaking for nobody. I ain't break for Prince. I didn't break for Coming to America.
I'm just letting you know. I'm not pushing it on you, brother.
I'm not breaking.
Anyway, well, I'm going into my hate, and I'm gonna tell you, this had me heated. I was so heated about this. My hate was the way that Funko handled their SDCC drop last Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember when it was, but it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had as a customer. Like, okay, so there's pent-up demand for a lot of these figures. Like, there's an SDCC My Hero Academia Bakugo that everybody had been waiting for. It was rumored. They announced it. They hyped it. They said that we're going to change the process so the bots won't be able to get through the system. They had a really cool Nightcrawler. It was the first time Black Lightning was being made as a Funko. I mean, there were just a number of things. There was Super Saiyan Guy Goku, the first time that one had been done. Just there was a really cool Mr. Freeze. Just a number of different things. So everybody tries to get on this site. People are starting to log in, right? You go ahead, you cop your figure, load up everything in the cart. You get stuck at shipping. And I was stuck at shipping for 45 minutes. During the midst of all of this, they put out a tweet and they say, "Oh, we're aware of the issue. Don't refresh your cart. We're going to fix it." I sat there for 45 minutes and got nothing. There were people who came and went to the store and ordered things after everyone else did initially, who got what they wanted. And people who had been in line didn't get anything as a result of that, right?
Yeah, I've seen that happen before on quite a few things when you try to wait in the queue and get in. I know you remember like Dragon Con hotels back in the day. You used to have similar problems.
Yep.
You know, they are wrong for that, in all honesty. If their cart automatically updated their supply based on what people put in the cart, then even if you did get pulled back or timed out or whatever, you should be able to go back in.
Well, but
those products still be on hold for you.
Here's the part about it, though, is their shipping is standard anyway. It's standard $6.95 shipping anyway. So what are you getting stuck on shipping for? All you have to do is just automatically either make it free or just automatically add it. But it got hung on shipping, right? So there were a bunch of people who were pissed, and then there were people saying that they used their bots and they got 112 or 111 or whatever they wanted. I'm like, thanks, Funko, right?
So wait a minute, Funko's not limiting people?
Well, they limited everybody to one. But what happened? People who had multiple accounts.
Got it. Okay.
So they were
people gaming the system.
Buy all these things. So it's all good, but I mean, so there were people who didn't get anything. So then that same night at 12 o'clock, 01 Eastern Standard Time, the retailers were supposed to drop their shared exclusives. So same Funko, but it's going to be a different sticker. It won't have the SDCC sticker, right? So what happened? So I set my alarm clock to go to sleep and wake up, 10 minutes before to get all my stuff together. Hot Topic and Target load up everything 15 minutes early.
Whoa!
I was sitting there waiting.
Oh God!
And you had for it. You totally got it. And the thing about Hot Topic is they let you buy 5 of everything.
Oh.
5. And you have people with multiple accounts who are buying 5.
Scalper's Paradise.
Everything.
Scalper's Paradise. Gone.
Everything is gone, pretty much, right? So that was Target, and that was Hot Topic. GameStop, same thing. Logged in, ordered my stuff. I waited for days now, and then I finally get a canceled shipping thing for it. I'm like, but I was right. It went in the car. I paid for it, all of that.
Right.
I'm like, that's my big one. Funko, y'all got to get y'all together, like for real, because people want to buy your stuff, but at the same time, you say we're doing all this stuff because we want to put it in the hand of collectors. It just doesn't work. And
you know what though? Though? Think about it. You run into these issues. You run into these problems. It's just adding froth. It's just stirring the batter. It's just making you guys want it even more. A little bit of hate sometimes is a great thing when you put out a limited number of things.
Not if I want to like a FedEx facility, Mo.
Well, that's different. Okay, so that's different.
But see, here's the thing, though. You institute all these different policies saying that you're going to be able to get things into the hands of fans, and it doesn't happen. What you institute is, your site crashes. And the thing is, it happened 3 weeks prior to that. Same setup. It happened the same way. So they did nothing to fix it. And then the CEO...
Yeah, they're not taking care of the issue.
Yeah, well, the CEO issues an apology about it. Well, we're sorry. We're going to do better. Dude, you had chances to fix your website and do better, but you didn't. You don't care. And the thing about it is you dumped a lot of his stock right before this happened.
Sit back and look at it. You paying me millions of dollars. So I'm not worried. I'm going to say I'm sorry after you buy all my inventory. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry. We're gonna fix it.
Well, I know, because they sold their stuff. Everybody did, but what's gonna happen is people are gonna stop collecting.
Yeah, they're gonna move on to a different product, a different
But
company.
you know what though? That's to be expected anyway. That's to be expected anyway. But look at what they're doing. Look at how they bait you back. Look at where they're hitting. They're just not just hitting comic books. I mean, they're hitting everything. Anything.
Yeah, Funko's license to produce stuff is ridiculous.
It is.
I'm telling you, the person that is getting their licensing used to sell crack and cocaine back in the day. This dude is prolific. He's great at it. I'm telling you, man.
Pretty much anything 80s and like 90s
Oh, dude.
is totally
television shows. I mean, pop culture. What serials? It's like their licensing is probably the best and both the worst of any company I've seen, because like literally they're making one product in 3 different sizes, but they have it for everything.
Yeah, they kind of oversaturated. But
well, you know what? It's why I will not go down that road. You will not catch me buying a pop, because I'm not opening that can of worms. Right?
I'll be honest.
What are you doing?
I flat out tell people, don't get started. Don't get started. I tell people that all the time. I say, don't get started because you won't get out.
And then give them away. This one's free.
It's hard.
This free here. I'm gonna give you this one. We can't do away with the convention. Right. I'm like, nah, don't accept that, bro. Don't accept that.
Well, the funny thing, you notice how I said I'm mad and I'm ranting about it, but at the same time, I never said I was going to stop collecting. I never said. Notice that, right? I was just,
so you accepted that you're in an abusive relationship, right?
Right. Well, and in the end, I still got what I wanted, except for Black Lightning. I got everything else. That's the only thing I didn't get.
This whole room's an abusive relationship. I get it. We ain't gonna hurt you again. Yes, you are.
All right,
yes,
so I think we're almost out of time. So any just general topic you guys want to talk about? Because I don't know when Zoom is going to shut us up.
Let me drop in this real quick. You know me. I've been pissed off at Marvel for a minute because all their BS politics and comments. I decided to say, let me go back and just see if X-Men has gotten better. No, it hasn't.
You are on the most unpopular opinion about that. People are
on most of that. You know what I'm saying? The only books I thought they were even doing a remotely good job at was the X-Force title, and sometimes the X-Men actual book itself. But even that book keeps jumping off the rails and jumping to so many different storylines without finishing anything. It's annoying. So even to this point, I think X-Force is the only good X-Men book out. But that art hurts me.
But you know what? Pre-Rona, you hated all of it. So the fact that
Hey, look, I tried to read the rest of that